Hello, my friend Fries and beautiful Ryes. Fries on Ryes here with another episode of the Fries on Ryes Let's Play series. Last time we played, we managed to start working on our platform in the end for our restaurant. Today, we are going to continue working on that platform and hopefully have an exciting episode. But with just putting slabs everywhere, I don't know how eventful that's going to be. Maybe we'll have an Enderman or two bother us. I forget I'm holding shift, but it's still pretty scary. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Fries on Rise, the restaurant. And I know I mentioned these things before, but it's not bad to get a recap sometimes. Um, Fries on Rise is supposed to be a vegetarian restaurant that helps fill in a gap for the food we eat and our community. In our community, um, there's a lot of vegetarian people in our community, or people who want to eat vegetables more in their diet. And Fries on Rise, our goal is to fill in that gap so that um, instead of going to a place that has a bunch of burgers and uh, other food items, you're gonna be able to get your vegetables cooked in a delicious, fun way. I know Fries on Rise sounds appetizing to me at least, so I'm hoping that it sounds appetizing to someone else too, because eating French fries with bread isn't really a bad thing at all. It's pretty delicious. I don't know how many people have had the opportunity to try it, but you can always add another step to that and add like butter or mayo or something to it to add some flavor, or if you think your sandwich might be too dry. Um, and there aren't very many vegetarian places. I've heard of a vegan place in one of our popular towns in the state, but not really a vegetarian place. And I do want to make the distinction that it's vegetarian and not vegan. Obviously, you can make the food vegan just by taking out the animal related products, but um, it's gonna be a vegetarian restaurant. Although I might end up having the food be vegan right off the bat, just because um, bread and potatoes are vegan friendly. At least I think bread is vegan friendly. Yeah, it's not keto friendly, but it's vegan friendly. Oh, I gotta step away from the backhoe for a minute. Ooh, not just for my pinky, but also because it's scary working at the end. Oh, hello. I just noticed my baked potato is missing its texture. That's funny. Now, who do I think is going to be eating at Fries on Rise? Sorry for the bad transition. Um, I might be going back and forth quite a bit here, but obviously the food is for the vegetarian community in our neighborhood, in our town, um, or just all over the world. Actually, I want Fries on Rise to be a place that vegetarian people. Obviously, this wouldn't work in some places like India where they already have a lot of vegetarian food. Um, I rather it'll work, but it won't be as popular because there's a lot more traditional foods that are just as good, probably for the same price. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little hard on myself, but um, the reason I think it's good for the community is because uh, there are times where uh, it's more fun to eat with a group of people. Um, you don't want to eat alone, and it's hard finding a vegetarian place where you can eat. Um, you can obviously eat at like your local McDonald's, but it's not. You're still going to be around a bunch of people eating animal product, and if one of the reasons you don't like, uh, one reason you're a vegetarian is because of the animals. That's one reason I wanted to incorporate into the Fries on Rise is kind of putting together a safer place for people who aren't as prone to the violence, or not prone, but aren't as uh, people who are more squeamish to the way we get our food. No, I eat meat. I have no problem doing that. So that's a challenge that I'm gonna have to face being a meat eater and supporting a vegetarian restaurant. Although I don't see it as a bad thing. Like I said, I love fries on Ryes. I haven't had fries on Ryes yet. I've had fries on wheat, um, but I haven't had the opportunity to buy rye bread or make my own rye bread. I would love to make my own rye bread, but right now it's not looking like we're going to be able to do that anytime soon. And I want fries on rice to be unique. I want it to be different from your everyday restaurant. Uh, okay. I want to be able to say, hey, at Fries on Rise, you're going to get different food at different locations. So it might be a little inconvenient for people who have to travel further for the food, but I think Maybe we can come up with some kind of delivery service that like delivers out to for people who pre-order. I don't know, because I want different food at different places to support different cultures. The original goal was to say what is the local culture here and what kind of food do people like, uh, and that way, fries on rice could be like rye roti, for example. You can have one restaurant that sells Indian food, another restaurant that sells Mexican food, and another restaurant that smells like American food, like burgers and fries and stuff. And there are plenty of foods that are similar in different cultures that we'd be able to say, hey, this is our menu, and at one place you get corn, while another place you get wheat, and another place you can get, um, well, a combination, I guess, or neither. Maybe they use einkorn. Uh, Maybe einkorn is local to the area, so they want to grow with einkorn or eat einkorn. It's not something I've thought of before, but I know that's something that's an option for the einkorn at least. It's a funny name, einkorn. It's not bad. I don't know. I wanted to talk about fries on rice today. And fries on rice is pretty fun because it can be fries on rice if you say it funny enough. And I think potatoes with rice doesn't sound like a bad combination at all. It'd be fun to try that. I might have actually, no, I've definitely eaten potatoes with rice before. But French fries with rice? Now that sounds interesting. And then there's like fries on rice, like fish fry. I was thinking of a place that if they absolutely don't do the wheat thing or the potato thing. I don't know how popular wheat and potatoes are in Japan, but or other places like Fiji and like small islands, like fish fry could be one of their local delicacies, even though it's not vegetarian. But I suppose that cancels out my idea for people having a vegetarian place to eat. But it's it's a theme of a location, and because I know some places consider eggs to be vegetarian. Um, oh, gotta go back for more. Two, three. Let's make these. Let's just make all the slabs we can. I'm gonna take a break again, just because I don't like working here and then it is terrifying. Except I'm still gonna be here. I'm going to be going to get some wood so I can make some chests here. Chests are going to be useful eventually. I'm just doing the easier thing before the harder thing. I could always do it more time efficiently later, but the end stresses me out, so I'm going to take a break. Or it's my ADHD speaking, who knows? Oh yes, the walk back to the island wasn't as bad as the walk to the end island from the main island, or vice versa. I I think having a restaurant in the middle is going to be a great idea. Um, we don't have bone meal. We don't have wood. And we are too far away for these to grow. Also, there's no light. Maybe if I add some light, it'll grow better. Okay. So that idea was a flop. I'm going to bring a few things with me. Mm, that should be good. While we're there, we'll just make some bamboo and spruce farms over there. It'll be nice to have wood. I don't know when I'll be going back, but I want to finish this project at least. Another large project that we might need to work on is making roads and bridges. I want to make roads and bridges too, connecting all the main places that we've been to. So connected to the two villages that we found. Maybe it would be a long road to make, um, going from the base all the way to the Mushroom Island. But I think we can make a path. Now, if I'm lucky, no one's gonna steal my dirt blocks. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to hope that no one steals anything. When we get to that crafting table, we're halfway done. I might just make my restaurant here. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now we're gonna spend all the episodes making this platform. It's gonna be a lot of boring episodes, but a lot of necessary episodes. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Why does this have to be a difficult task? Why couldn't it be easier? Yeah, I want Fries on Rice to be a good community for everyone. Um, and so far, I've had a great community build on YouTube. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching, even if it's just for a moment. Um, I appreciate everyone's effort and just presence. Uh, I don't know how good of a restaurant Fries on Rice is actually going to be, but I do know that the vegetarian community is left out of a lot of fun things, like being able to eat out in public. Um, you never hear about vegetarians eating, you never see them eating. I mean, you do, but only in vegetarian communities, this might be kind of nonsense because you're like, oh, well, all my friends and family eats fruits and veggies, but not everyone's lucky enough to have people who eat healthy all the time. I know for sure I wasn't someone who ate healthy all the time, and I made it hard for a lot of people to maintain their diets just because I was selfish and wanting to eat the good stuff like snacks, chips, and all kinds of junk food. I thought we had enough, but we clearly do not. I'm not even halfway done yet, and we're almost out of slabs and slab material. Taking a break. Been doing that a lot. Now I want to be safe. I want to build here. Now, when is Fries on Ryes going to be an actual restaurant? Now that is a good question. Right now, I definitely don't have the capital, nor do I have the culinary know-how to design a specific recipe that is going to be mind-blowing and new. I want it to be, oh my goodness, no, 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 you cannot be here. 1 second. Get away from my dirt. The dirt collectors. They'll ruin your things here. No, 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 no. Okay, I need more light here apparently. Haha. Too bad there's no bone meal. These are going to take some time to grow. Let's see. We made it pretty far. But that's going to be a lot of episodes of just bridge building. It's not going to be like the building of the, or cutting down the trees. That was a few easy episodes in the overworld. Maybe I'll start from the outside here and work my way in. Yeah, for now, let's call it a day. Let's call it an episode. Thank you all for stopping by for today's episode. I hope it was more entertaining than usual with my blabbering. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a like. If you think someone else will enjoy the episode, give us a share. And if you want to keep seeing more of this project or more videos like this and you enjoy what we're doing, please give us a subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much for joining us and have a great day. Bye.